If you've ever visited Brazil, you'll know how often the locals talk about security. While Brazilians are generally proud of their country, they are quick to warn foreigners of dangers on their streets, playing up the risks of muggings, kidnappings and carjackings. But the most dangerous place in Brazil is not on the streets of São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro. In fact, it's on this island. No, really. A tiny island off the coast of São Paulo, Ilha de Queimada Grande, is so dangerous that you need a police permit just to visit. Why? Well, it's home to thousands and thousands of poisonous snakes. An estimated 1 snake per square metre. Unsurprisingly, it is nicknamed Ilha das Cobras, or Snake Island. One of its most famous inhabitants is the golden lancehead viper, a metre-long serpent with venom that is 5 times deadlier than fellow vipers. But why all the snakes? It is believed the island was isolated from the mainland due to rising sea levels, and the snakes that remained thrived with no natural predators. And their extremely potent venom makes catching birds easy. Queimada Grande means big fire, and the name is a reference to an old practice of fishermen who used the island as a temporary dock. In order to land safely, seamen would burn large parts of land to scare off the snakes and give them safe harbour, if only for a couple of hours. If the more adventurous among us fancy a visit to this unique island, think again. There is no drinkable water on Ilha da Queimada Grande, and with tree coverage restricted to its hilly peaks, the heat can be unbearable. And if the snakes weren't enough to keep you away, the island is also home to a large population of venomous spiders. Even with the dangers, some people risk their lives on the island for more nefarious reasons. Pirates have been known to visit the island to capture snakes for use in illegal medicines. The venom of the golden lancehead viper is used in hypertension treatments and is often worth a lot of money. And for that reason, the Brazilian Navy and NGOs frequently monitor the area. It's not hard to see why some people call the island a little piece of hell. Like, share and subscribe for more videos on everything Brazil.
The snakes prey on ill-fated migrating birds who stop on the island to rest. The snakes wait in trees for the birds to land, and have developed potent, quick-working venom to kill the birds before they fly away. To make matters worse for the isolated snakes, mainland deforestation efforts resulted in fewer birds migrating to the island. There is even more competition and less food to go around for the snakes. The population could potentially drop as a result. What snake lives on Snake Island? Ilha da Queimada Grande is home to the Bothrops insularis, also known as the golden lancehead viper. This snake is a relative of the mainland's deadliest snake, the fer-de-lance. This snake is very noteworthy because it exists only on Snake Island. There is no other place on Earth you can find this animal. The golden lancehead is an island species that appears most closely related to a mainland form, the Bothrops joraraca, and it is now isolated from that species, explains Stephen P. Mackesy, a professor who specializes in evolution, ecology, and toxinology at the University of Northern Colorado School of Biological Sciences. According to Mackesy, because of the small habitat of the island and abundance of birds which are prey to these snakes, the size, venom, and color pattern of the snakes evolve differently. Why is Snake Island so dangerous? Mackesy says the golden lancehead is undoubtedly a threat to the island's birds, but what about humans? Nothing that I have seen suggests that the golden lancehead represents a greater risk to humans than many other species of Bothrops pit vipers, many of which grow considerably larger, Mackesy says. The idea that it is exceptionally deadly is most likely a myth. There is no official record of a golden lancehead biting a human, but some experts predict that the snake's hemotoxic venom could cause organ degeneration, a heart attack, muscle paralysis, or in a worst-case scenario, death to a victim. Thinks that the viper's venom could impact the human body the same as the genus Bothrops. Can you visit Snake Island? Even though a trip to the island does not necessarily mean danger, Mackesy doesn't think tourists should visit anytime soon. I don't really think there is any reason why tourists should be able to access the island, Mackesy says. The habitat wouldn't endanger a trained herpetologist, because it does involve a level of risk, says Mackesy. However, Graziotin believes that tourism could ultimately play a role in the Golden Lancehead's long-term survival. A smart way to protect these islands would be to involve local people, fostering tourism and the proper knowledge of the amazing biodiversity that we have.